Chapter 7. The chapter begins by explaining that in older times, centuries ago, scientists and the scientific community believed that the earth was the center of the universe and that the earth was flat and that there was like an axis that connected the realms, like heaven and ether and all that stuff, and that there was skepticism to life outside of the earth in other planets. And the reason for that was because life is complex and it's difficult to make life. It's like a big giant recipe. But now scientists are more open to life in other planets because there's like billions of other Earth-like planets. And then the chapter describes like how people from Maine, they look forward to the summer because it only lasts like a few short months, and it has a lot of beautiful ocean-side retreats. And then the chapter begins this talking about John Mack, which is like a legendary alien abduction researcher. And when John Mack got into the topic, he first did a survey of like 200 people about their experiences with alien abduction and all that stuff. And at first, he thought that they had mental illness, that there was something wrong with these people. But after the survey or the study, that he began to change his mind. And those people, they begin speaking about Ed. So Ed was a technician living in Massachusetts, and he visited Maine for vacation with his wife. And while on vacation, he was walking on a short path, and Ed suddenly became dizzy. So he was concerned for his health, and he went to visit a doctor. And the doctor said that he had high blood pressure and that he was maybe suffering from stress from his job. And then Ed, like, he remembered frightening images from his teenage years. So this is because of John Mack's hypnotic regression Ed. Because Ed saw John Mack for counsel. So during one of the regressions back in 1961, when Ed was a teenager, he went with his friend's family to a cabin that they rented along the coast of Maine. And it was just a vacation time to relax before the school year began. And they wanted, Ed and his friend, they wanted to like sleep on the beach at night. So the mom's friend was concerned about this. So she was like saying, what about you just sleep on the car? because that would be safer. So they did. So it was kind of like a slumber party, but on the car by the beach near a cabin. So Ed and his friend, being teenagers, they were talking about girls they like at school and regular teenage boy stuff. And then they fell asleep. Then Ed is waking up to the car being rocked back and forth, and he was frightening. He was scared. So he reclined the seat back to hide because he thought there was some type of person outside the car doing trying to do trying to do something bad. And then he raised his head a little bit to take a peek, and then he saw like two but two big black eyes. And at this time he was feeling like a buzzing sensation in his body, and all of a sudden he felt his body levitate, and he began ascending. And then he looked back down at the car, and he saw like little figures with bulbous heads like around the car, and he began levitating, and he was very scared that he was gonna fall into the ocean.